solutions and how I got started in using them. And I had MRSA abscesses for 2 years, and the doctors kept giving me antibiotics, and it didn't go away. And so after those two, as far as promoting wellness and supporting health, it actually does the opposite. So I found these essential oils, and I did 2 specific essential oils is what I started with. One of them was called OnGuard, and the other one was tea tree oil. And I had these 2 in my cabinet for 5 years. I never went without them because OnGuard is my antibiotic, tea tree is my antiseptic. So as long as I have these 2, if this helps your immune system and it kills bacteria, virus, you know, any of those things that make us sick. And then tea tree, we've all heard of tea tree oil. This is really good for any sort of skin issue. And so with these abscesses, whenever I had a red spot on my body, this went on those spots 20 times a day. And I never had another abscess. And I have not, since 2010, taken an antibiotic. So my focus is on keeping my immune system strong. Yes. And one of the ways that I do that is by not taking any of those medications. So, you know, you go to the dentist and they say, oh, well, we won't do anything until you take antibiotics first. Like, no. I have my stuff and I use it as a way to support my health and to kill any bacteria. So I printed out some stuff because people say, well, you know, there's no research. Well, I can tell you that any research is not funded by Big Pharma because they don't want you using natural stuff, they want you using their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the Rothschild.
right.
Yeah.
So I think it was in 2018, we had a researcher from Johns Hopkins University come to our convention. And she was so excited because her mother, who was very elderly, was a ballet teacher. And every winter she would get sick from being around all the little kids. And one of the moms at her dance studio said, you know what, you should try this. So it was the OnGuard. And her mom didn't get sick that winter.
Do you ingest it or do you use it?
You ingest it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then this researcher at Johns Hopkins University said, I need to study this. And so she did a full-blown research study. And guess what happened to it?
Got buried.
Nothing. It never was published. It was shelved. And that's the sad part about these products. And you know, essential oils, there's so many different protocols. And what I tell people is it's a lifestyle and you have to find what works for you. And everybody is an individual. So everybody's not going to respond the same way to different products. So I wanted to pass around this OnGuard. Like I said, it's my antibiotic. And oh no, smell it. Smell it, taste it.
Sherry, can I give a testimony?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So when I was diagnosed with cancer, they wanted me to do a bone biopsy because I had a horrible pain in my upper thigh. And I decided that I was not going to do the bone biopsy. So I used essential oils, which was frankincense and myrrh, with a carrier oil on this every day, 3 times a day. And this is 4 years ago, and I don't have any problem with it at all. And that tea tree oil, every morning when I go for my walk, I put coconut oil and 3 or 4 drops of the tea tree oil. I rub it on my ears, my neck, here, wherever that I have anything exposed, and that they don't like it.
That's true, very true.
And I have not had COVID ever, and I don't plan on getting it because I keep my immune system high. I don't eat sugar and
Yeah, keeping the immune system strong is really the key to being able to withstand, and so when you do get sick, your body's able to rebound more quickly. I was talking about the research. This is one of my resources, and this is by one of the doctors that uses essential oils and does actual research, clinical research, and it's evidence-based research.
can I see that?
It can't be the kind of research that pharmaceutical companies do, which are not valid anyway. But because there's no money to support it. So we have this evidence-based research. And I can tell you from doing this, I started in 2015 where I found out about other oils besides my 2. And I said, everybody needs to know about this. Everybody needs to know that they have this option. They don't have to go to the doctor if they have a cold. They don't have to go to the doctor if they have a sore throat, a cough, a headache, some sort of infection. So I have people that I help all over the world. And honestly, it still surprises me when they do something with one of the oils and it works. It's like, it's just amazing.
So what I do every day is I have this little clear vegetarian capsule, and I put thyme inside of it, and I put about 4 different essential oils in this little kit with carrier oil, and that helps my immune system. So I take it and I ingest it, but you have to be very careful and know which ones you can put in your body, because if
It'll say supplement on the back of the bottle, if
Yes.
you can take it in your.
Right, and they have
I just did it, it's burning the crap out of my mouth.
Well, it's clove. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's why you put it in the so that's what I put in.
I see why now.
I put a couple of drops.
Yeah, I mean,
water. and
okay,
stuff.
that's
you get used to it, and you just put it in a shot glass of water and drink it. The thing
Clove is
is,
so good for parasites, just to say.
cloves, really good for a lot of things.
Oregano is too.
Right, right, and that was really
On
hard to
OnGuard
get.
comes in the beadlets too.
And the
Just
soft
little
gels.
tiny beadlets.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
There's a whole line of OnGuard products, cleaning products, the soft gels, the beadlets, hand sanitizer, foaming hand soap,
Mouthwash.
mouthwash, toothpaste.
Do they have laundry soap?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, absolutely. And they have a cleaner concentrate that I love. Yeah. So it's about a lifestyle and substituting these natural, healthy products for the stuff that we just have always bought, because like my son says, well, if it wasn't safe, they wouldn't sell it. Bless his heart, he's starting to learn. But that's a lot of people's mindsets, and you don't find out that that's not the case until something happens where you need to look at it and say, that's not true. So real quick, I'll tell you what essential oils are. They're extracts from plants. So plants have these little essential oil molecules in them, like peppermint or rosemary. Did you ever grab some rosemary and rub it between your hands? Well, that's the essential oil in rosemary that you're smelling. And the essential oil is how the plants protect themselves, which is also good for us because it helps our bodies protect whatever. So the essential oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than the herb itself. So if you have a sprig of rosemary or 1 drop of rosemary essential oil, you're getting more of the benefits from the 1 drop of the essential oil. And we use them 3 ways. Diffusing, which is putting it into the air so that it smells good, and also so that it goes into your body. The OnGuard is great to diffuse when you're sick. Put it next to your bedside, and as you're sleeping, you're breathing it in. So that helps your body fight whatever is going on. Some people sleep with it every night just as a way to support their immune system.
Yes.
The second way is topically, and actually I'm going to pass around the peppermint because this is a really fun one. And you can just listen. This stuff is so powerful that everybody touching it isn't going to do anything because it's antibacterial, it's antiviral, it's antifungal. So put a little bit on your finger
I carry these in my
and
purse.
just taste it. Yeah, what's this?
That's Zacatera. And I put the in the rollers too. So they're great to just put
That
on.
tastes like a really
Yeah.
good.
So topically, like she's doing, and what happens is it absorbs through the skin and goes into the bloodstream. And the molecules are so small that they are throughout your body within 2 minutes. And you know, God did a really good job with the things He created for us. We've screwed it up royally. These oils go to where they're needed because they go through the body. So if you have something going on somewhere in your body, the oils are going to go there. And then
The reason I carry this in my purse is because when I pray for people a lot, and so I want to have a fresh breath and I don't want candy. So all I do is this, and I just,
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, my
Good
breath
idea.
is really fresh. So each one of these oils, and I'll go back to the internal, each one of the oils has multiple uses, right? So when you go to the store and you get Tylenol, it's just going to work on pain, right? Each oil has multiple uses. Peppermint is good for freshening your breath, it's good for headaches, it's good for cooling the body down, like if you have a fever. What else is it good for?
it's breathing, it clears your
Right,
sinuses.
right. It does definitely clear your sinuses. It's one of the 3 oils in the allergy blend. So people who have seasonal allergies, using this combination of the lemon, lavender, and peppermint helps so you don't have to take that, which I did for 20 years, take that daily allergy pill, which is a synthetic compound. We really don't know what's in it. And they have side effects that we don't pay attention to because if they're selling it, it must be okay.
If the
Right.
doctor says it's okay, yeah.
Yeah. So the third way that we use them is internally, and like I said, they go into every cell in your body. They don't have a half-life, so within 3 to 4 hours, they're out of your system. So use them a little bit frequently, not a lot, and it's important to be consistent. Like, we want something that is going to be one and done. We're a society of convenience. So this is something that is part of a lifestyle, and you're going to use this to help your body heal, and you're going to do it consistently over a period of time.
Yes.
Right. So the last thing, and then I'll sit down, is the essential oil purity is so important. If you go to the store, can I see that one?
Sure.
Ugly bottle that you have?
Spiked lavender.
I know.
It was that sunshine, so I
No,
had to
it's,
get it.
it's fine. I'm not mad at you. So this is spike lavender, right? And we've had we've had lavender scones, we've had lavender tea. You can ingest lavender. It's
Mhm.
just a plant, right? So if you have an essential oil that is a fruit or a tree or a plant, and it doesn't have supplement effects on it, is it really that thing? Because if it's truly pure, you should be able to use it in your body, just like you would if you were eating that plant or that fruit. This does not have supplement effects on it.
I didn't know that.
It's okay. The other thing about the essential oils that you find all over the place is, if you look at them, they're not essential oils, they're fragranced oils. And what fragrance is a synthetic copy of that aroma or that plant. And the last thing we need is to put more synthetic anything into our body. And especially like air freshener, cleaning products, laundry products that get all over our clothes and then we wear them and smell it all day. The fragrances on those products are so toxic.
So you're making a good point, because the reason I bought this is because I don't use perfume, because perfume has a lot of carcinogenic stuff inside
Right.
it. So I was using this like just to make it smell good. But this is toxic too, you're thinking?
Well, yeah,
Yeah?
and
Could
only
be.
because of the cost, right?
Mhm.
So they're not gonna be
Because I
able-
know it's not equivalent
Right.
to that,
Right.
because if they're watered down, they put like this much.
Well, they're watered down and they put other components in there to make it have that smell,
Uh,
right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
so you really don't know what's in
in
there.
there, right.
And because you're putting it on your skin, the skin is the
It's
largest
absorbing it.
organ in our body. It absorbs, goes into your bloodstream, and you
Yeah.
just, might as well spray yourself
Well, I
with
like
perfume.
I'm from California, so what I've noticed is young living seems to be more on the West Coast, and doTERRA is usually, California is all doTERRA. And, because I was a doTERRA distributor also at one
Yeah.
time, and I went to conventions, and
Yeah.
there's scientists there that are,
We have a medical board. One of our chief medical officers was a pediatric immune,
immunologists.
immune specialist.
Yeah.
And he went from that long-time career to doTERRA, and he just couldn't be more excited about how these work. This is my medicine cabinet. I don't have any over-the-counter drugs or, painkillers. All of that stuff can be found in these products. So the other thing, and this is just because there's just so many different ways to address things, and this was an example of somebody who had renal cell carcinoma. And it's a protocol, but it uses essential oils. And this 46-year-old man was able to resolve his kidney cancer using the essential oils and I'm sure some other stuff.
Well, I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor, and this has always been one of my protocols.
Yeah.
Without traditional medicine.
And the doTERRA Young Living thing, Young Living's been around for 30 years. And the people who started doTERRA were executives at Young Living. And they decided they weren't happy with the way things were being done, so they left. But then they missed it, and they said, you know what, we should start our own company. So these 5 people mortgaged their homes and started this company with 5 oils. And it's now the largest essential oil company in the world.
Wow.
Young Living doesn't like that.
No.
But, you know, these are God's gifts. That's what doTERRA translates to, gifts of the earth. Anyway, I love talking about essential oils. I have an essential oil for everything. Doesn't matter what it is. It's not gonna cure anything. I have no medical background, but it helps support the body. And that's what we need, is reducing toxins, helping support the immune system, and feeling good.